Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yo guys, welcome back to King Ols, and yes, I am now here for your UFC Vegas 54 breakdown and reaction. And yes, what an event it was. I mean, it was interesting. It was interesting. We had quite a big main event, which I was actually really hyped up for. It was Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic, and yeah, it was very interesting in the light heavyweight division. I personally really enjoyed it up until it lasted. The cards were pretty decent. There's 3 fights that I really do want to get into. To be honest with you, that's of course the Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic main event. Ryan Spann versus Ion Kubilata, and of course the Davy Grant fight. So yeah, out of all them, first, I think where the main cards really properly did start getting going was on the Davy Grant fight, and yeah, I've got to say, in my opinion, it's probably fight of the night. It was a very close fight. Davy Grant, of course, got the finish in round 3, and yeah, overall, it was very good. I'm really glad that Davy Grant, of course, got the job done. And yeah, I thought, it's kind of how I expected it to go. I expected a fairly close fight between the two. I expected a little bit of a war, and yeah, we got it. We did get a bit of a war between the two, which was which was very good, to be completely honest with you. Uh, so yeah, I enjoyed the war between the two, and it's of course a big win for Davy Grant, which I'm of course very happy about. So yes, the Englishman getting the win. Then we of course get the Ryan Spann versus Ion Kubilata fight. This one, it was an interesting one. If I'm honest, I did not expect this fight to Ryan Spann versus Ion Kubilata to go the way that it did. To be completely honest with you, I expected it to be like a proper good war, but it wasn't a good fight, but it was a very good performance by Ryan Spann. Um, to be honest with you, I mean, Ian Kubilata was doing fairly well until Ryan Spann caught him, then made it into his own kind of fight, and then he of course got the guillotine, and yeah, he made Ian Kubilata tap out basically as soon as he even got it in. So it was a big win for Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann was of course coming off a loss to, I believe, Anthony Smith. But yeah, I honestly didn't expect it to go the way it went. I expect, loads of people are saying that Ian Kubilata could be getting released after this fight. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I honestly did. I thought Kubilata would actually win the fight. I did not expect. And well, I didn't expect it to end that easily. I of course knew that Ryan Spann had a chance to win the fight. Like, I was never counting out Ryan Spann. We all knew that he had a chance to win the fight, but and he did win the fight. He did, of course, win the fight, but like that easily as well. I didn't expect it. I mean, we saw. I believe, yeah, we saw a fairly good performance by Ian Kubilata last time out as well against Devin Clark. So yeah, I expected a decent big win for Kubilata last night, but no, it did not happen for him. It was not his night. I wasn't expecting. I was not expecting that fight to go how it went, and for it to end in the manner it did, in the quickness it went as well. I honestly just did not expect that to happen. But it's a big win for Ryan Spann. Of course, he's a ranked fighter. I mean, Ian Kubilata had a chance to possibly get in the top 15 if he got a win. But no, we didn't. But yeah, big win for Ryan Spann. Big win for him. Then we, of course, got on to our main event, Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic. This one, well, I was really excited about this whole this whole main event coming into it, and yeah, it was not bad. I thought the first round was very entertaining on the feet. Yeah, both men were of course going at each other on the feet. It was of course good to watch. To be honest with you, those two going at it. Yeah, I mean, of course they're both quite good stand-up fighters. I mean, of course, Rakic is Rakic has usually got those massive kicks, and Blachowicz was actually checking Rakic's kicks quite well, and actually thrown quite a few good ones back as well in the first round. And I think Jan Blachowicz actually outlanded Rakic in the first round as well. So I give the first round to Jan Blachowicz. I thought. But yeah, I thought it could go even. I mean, you could give that round to either man, but I think, in my opinion, you probably got to give it to Jan Blachowicz that first round. But yeah, I enjoyed the first round. I really enjoyed the first round. It got me hyped up for the rest of the fight coming up, and yeah, Jan Blachowicz's round. Second round, Jan Blachowicz was kind of getting dominated on the ground. We saw Alexander Rakic go for an early takedown. He had Blachowicz down and controlled on the ground for a long time. And from watching the Glover fight that Blachowicz had with him back in October. I mean, Jan Blachowicz's ground game. It's on his ground game. His ground game is on the decline. It's not great anymore. I mean, his ground game's never really been that bad. Like, he's never actually had a bad ground game until like the Glover fight, and it showed in this fight against Rakic as well. Rakic isn't even a good ground fighter, and he still managed to control Blachowicz on the ground. I mean, I've always really thought that Blachowicz is better on the ground than Rakic, but no, in the second round, it was a clear Rakic round, dominating Blachowicz on the ground. And yeah, second round, it was not good for Blachowicz at all. I think if Blachowicz and Glover fight again, I think Glover beats him again. I don't see it going either way because of how bad Blachowicz's ground game's been recently. But in the third round, of course, when they were on the stand-up, of course, then throwing for a bit, and then eventually, I think Rakic kind of Blachowicz threw, and then Rakic kind of stepped back, and then I think he tore his ACL. I mean, his knee literally just exploded, and then the referee had to call the fight off. He needed to stop it, so Jan Blachowicz wins. I mean, technically, I don't know, like, if you win like that, I don't know, like, if. So, because like Blachowicz won like that, can you actually give him a title shot? Like has Blachowicz actually earned himself a title shot because he won? So like Glover's now saying if he beats Yuri, then Glover's gonna give Blachowicz the shot. I mean, these are two old guys. These are two 40-year-old men going at it. So I'm not gonna lie, I really want Yuri to beat Glover. And Glover's had a great story, but look, because of the age he was at when he won the title. But look, we need these new up-and-coming guys to take over the division, and I hope Yuri does it as well. I hope Yuri beats Glover, and then he probably have to fight Jan. Like, who else is Yuri going to be able to fight? Rakic is going to be out for ages. I don't know what's next for him. There's no one else that Yuri can fight who's worthy. So I think Blachowicz fights the winner of Glover versus Yuri, which I hope's Yuri. I really hope it's Yuri, but I'm leaning towards Glover to win that fight. And if Glover and Blachowicz fought again, then as I said earlier on, I'd actually have, to be honest with you, I'd actually have Glover winning the rematch against Blachowicz. I honestly would have Glover winning the rematch against Blachowicz. But hopefully Yuri can do us a favour and beat Glover and then beat Blachowicz and then take over the light heavyweight division, because I hope he does. He's definitely a big up-and-comer. I mean, I've just loved Yuri ever since he got that spinning elbow knockout on Dominic Reyes. So, yeah, hopefully he can do it, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. But yeah, wait, before I do, what's next for Rakic? He's probably out for 9 months. Blachowicz probably fights Yuri or Glover. We will have to see. But, you know, I mean, it's unfortunate for Rakic, actually, before I end. It's actually really unfortunate for Rakic because I'm honestly not sure if Rakic will actually be the same fighter, because Rakic is deadly with his leg kicks. Of course, like that's the best thing about Rakic, with how great his leg kicks are. But I reckon he might be a bit more cautious with them now because of the injury. But I hope not. I hope that Alexander Rakic comes back all right. Hopefully, because he's definitely a big star coming up in the light heavyweight division. He's not old. He's only 30, so he's got lots of time to turn his career around and become champion one day. But we will have to see. But you know, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I honestly don't think Rakic is going to be the same again, because he tore his knee and leg kicks are a big part of his game. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope Rakic has a good recovery, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Jan Blachowicz. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching this video, Kinos. I'll speak to you soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.